can see it again. And TrainHard, this would be a very quality win from a Giants team that continually performs well every single event.
Yeah, the Giants do have that consistency, but to make a name for yourself, you have to break those consistent teams, and that's exactly the opportunity that TrainHard has here in front of us. Samway wants to start things off by pushing that one across the box, and a big clear comes out from TrainHard. Itachi, he's going to pick this one up, and Itachi's been one of those players, even on his previous teams, where you could toss that ball up to him in the box. He's the first one there. He's just so aggressive, but he's also got so much finesse behind the ball as well, as Steak puts one high. You see again, look at the play there from Itachi over the defense. He is certainly a dangerous player. Like Gibbs said, one of the better ones to pick up. Steak is going to get a second touch off the back wall for the first goal.
The early pressure from the Giants, overwhelming. You saw the shots coming in, hitting off the post, and then you follow it up with this lovely double tap from Steak. The Giants coming out swinging. We're not even a minute in, 4 shots. And that kind of goal, that shows you what Giants have in the toolkit.
And a great start for the Giants. This is exactly what you expect. Now Itachi open net, top shelf, and a 2-goal lead for the Giants.
Well, this has not taken long for the Giants to get involved. Samway getting that pass out, and that was right to Itachi. And Itachi, Corelli, you were talking about him earlier. He is a very solid player. And one of the things that I love about Itachi is that his positioning is always so good. He puts himself in these positions where he can either make the defensive stop or get that crazy shot on net. Itachi is such a well-rounded player.
Well, there was a first good attempt there from TrainHard. That one came off the back wall, and even with how good the Giants are playing right now, still some holes in the defense for TrainHard to expose. See if they can push something down the field. Here's Kryptos. Econ wants to play it across the back wall. Cataclysm can't put it away. Steak. Shot at the net. 2 players go from TrainHard, and they are able to clear it out.
Seems like the more time that Itachi's had to work with this roster, the better he's fitting in. This has been such control that we've seen from the Giants. Itachi getting a good 50 there as well. Econ has to dump it. You see TrainHard's just doing anything they can to hit the ball. Meanwhile, you've got the Giants passing the ball around, getting a touch on everything.
Here's Econ, an opportunity now for TrainHard, and can't get the second touch to push it across. Cataclysm comes across and tries to put it off the back wall. This one just lobbed towards the net, an easy touch for Samway to his own corner. Itachi's trying to shepherd this one out, but gets beat up by a couple of TrainHard players. Here's Itachi. Off the sidewall, no one there to follow up. The Giants are happy to play with the ball as long as possible, as they are sitting on a comfortable 2-goal lead. Itachi, does he have a second touch? He does, and he can't put it past Econ. Samway's there off the save, and a 3-goal lead for the Giants.
And even though this double tap doesn't score, you see the shot, it makes Econ be in an awkward situation. Had to get the deflection to the corner, because that save, if it goes anywhere else, is going to have a rebound opportunity. That's exactly what happened. Samway getting that cleanup goal. The Giants are looking very good so far.
TrainHard trying to find some control in the midfield. Econ wants to play it across. That one almost was able to be followed up from TrainHard, but a big clear and quick follow-up from Steak. Can he dunk it down? You can see the speed coming out from the Giants. They're quick to follow up on their clears, and I don't think TrainHard are really positioned perfectly to catch up to the play as fast as the Giants are. Here's this one bouncing across the box and floating to the other side. Now Econ wants to pick it up. That's a shot top shelf. Big save by Samway. Second touch goes in, and the first goal for TrainHard drops.
Econ had Catalysm right there. Samway, he saved that shot. It was going to be going probably either top shelf or posted in. It was a heroic attempt, but that was just a quality shot. And then the quick reflexes from Catalysm. And this one isn't over yet. We could see another one here.
And he comes again off the crossbar. Follow-up was there, but beat by the defense. Some dangerous chances here from TrainHard. They've got some life in them. The Giants certainly have to look out. But a bit of a mix-up here in the midfield. That's a great touch to keep this one alive for TrainHard. Catalysm on the dribble. Takes it into the corner, looking for more options, and shut down by Itachi. Zamway wanted to carry that one past Econ, couldn't do so. Steak trying to keep it close, but it gets away from. Big clear now for TrainHard. Itachi there to meet him. It comes back down. Oh my gosh, Itachi will not let that one through.
Itachi was playing catch-up, Corelli. He had jumped too early and then got out of position and was doing everything he could to try to get back in the rotation, help his team out, slowing down the attack. And TrainHard, they really have been doing a much better job at forcing, you even see there, forcing a save out of the Giants. The shooting accuracy has been quite good.
Oh yeah, the placement on the shots, they've been high quality from TrainHard, and this one's Zamway on the fake, just gets by 2, wants to go for all 3, he's gonna whip it back across near post shot. Catalysm reads it. And while TrainHard might fall here in game 1, James, it's a bit similar to what Turtle and I were talking about Team Liquid. They had to kind of get into it, feel the pace of game, and all of a sudden TrainHard, while they do lose this game, they certainly played up to the pace and up to the Giants here. A much better showing from them than the first minute or so.
Certainly, the Giants, there was no doubt that they came in and hit the ground running. They were already operating at top speed, it looked like. TrainHard, they just needed some time to get some momentum going, but they really started to pick it up. We saw some good shots, some situations where the Giants were trying to play maybe a little too quick. Itachi was jumping for some balls that I think his teammates were still thinking were in play for themselves. But overall, the Giants still rock solid. They were very good. The speed, that sometimes that's going to happen when you're trying to play that with that extra bit of pace. Sometimes you will have that jump that you realize, oh, my teammate's going for this as well, and have to bail out. But regardless, the Giants in full control, Krill. I don't think there was really any doubt in that first half of the game who was going to win.
Absolutely. 100% true here for the Giants is that this game was completely in the bag for them. The minute you saw them come out with that speed, the quick 2 goals up, you felt like Giants were going to be in full control, and they were. Even as TrainHard got better and better and learned the competition, the Giants still held them to a good distance here. And really the only thing they have to worry about is those shots from TrainHard, because like we were talking about, high quality shots, tough to make the save. And even when you do make the save, the follow-up's still there from Catalysm. So for TrainHard, it is about putting those shots away when you have them. And for Giants, if they can minimize them, they feel like they could probably get as many chances they'd like as they did in the first game. So we jump in to game 2. Itachi wants to bounce, does get a nice one. Didn't get the flip reset, but does pop it up and over the defense. Here's Steak, Zamway on the back wall to help. He's going to bail out. Steak a second touch. Itachi to put it away, and the first goal to Giants.
Itachi, why are you doing this? This was going in. Steak gets the flip reset. Well, maybe Kryptos would have had it, actually. So Itachi making sure that one goes in, but man, that was a good hit from Steak. Players these days, their card control is so much fun to witness. You saw Steak, as soon as he was going up for that backboard read, he knew that he wanted to go for that belly bump, get the flip reset, and then get that follow-up hit. And that set up the play.
So many options for players nowadays, especially when you get those flip resets and second touches. There's a lot of opportunity, and it makes it tough for a defender to gauge those options. Here's Itachi over to Zamway. Ooh, wants to go to the back post, but Catalysm there to help out Econ on the goal line. Steak wants some help, and didn't really get it. Econ wants Kryptos. This touch, it's going to go wide of the net.
Yeah, I saw Kryptos. He started to leak into the middle. He started going more center when the pass was going wide. Perhaps that could have been a little more dangerous. But TrainHard starting to get some chances. That backboard read from Catalysm, that'll tie things up.
And look at the placement again from Catalysm here. This is a tough one to put away, especially with a player in your face like Steak, down and away to the right side corner. In the chaos of everything, Catalysm comes through and puts away the shot, ties up the game. And TrainHard looking better. They've carried that momentum that they had in the last game into this game, and they are going and tying up here 1-1.
And they're looking good, Corelli. The shooting accuracy, still there. They just got to keep fighting for that possession. This is going to be an awkward ball. Catalysm denying Itachi the double tap.
Cryptos wants to pop this one up. No boost for Catalysm. That was a huge opportunity if he did. He gets 2 to go. But if you send 2, you better hit the ball, and that's what happens for the Giants. They break out. Zamway tries to give it over to Stake. Giants, knowing competition is rising here in this game and in this series. TrainHard wants to back him up. Econ, great challenge, and Stick in the corner. Cryptos as well. It comes out to Zamway, though, and they'll flick it past the first man. Econ there to clean things up, at least get the clear. Tachi has Stake for help and didn't get it over. It was cleared out. And here comes TrainHard. Big clear from Econ. Is it in? Off the crossbar. No, it doesn't go in. And the Giants are lucky to see that one bounce out.
Wow, it hit the crossbar twice. That is rough. But that shows you TrainHard. They've got what it takes to take down the Giants, and they're building up some pressure here. A chance now for Econ. Double tap off the ceiling. Wanted to get the dunk as well.
Doesn't get the touch. Now dangerous. Itachi up into the air all the way. Second touch. Doesn't get it. Stake there to put the shot on target. It's straight at Catalysm. And he'll dribble that one out. Huge opportunity there for Itachi and Stake to put away the shot. Couldn't do so. Zamway has a second chance. Over to Itachi. Doesn't get the touch. Econ was up. Cryptos there to clear it away. Still a tie game. And shots pretty much even here between the two teams. 6 for Giants, 5 for TrainHard, and maybe a 6 here as Catalysm. Could he put it away? Will make it tough for Zamway to clear it out, but he does do so.
And Catalysm's defense has also been quite good. He's been in multiple, but that back flip, still a save coming out. I was going to be crediting Catalysm for making these 1v1, 1v2 situational saves. That time, the backflip almost cost him, but fortunately, he had some help from Econ.
Cryptos wants to pop this one up, but there's just no help for him. Now Zamway has Stake in open field. Back to Zamway, shot on target. Undefendable for the defense of TrainHard. Look at the passing coming out from the Giants.
As Zamway, he had to be perfect there, Corelli. The pass wasn't the most perfect pass. It was a little bit behind him. So you saw him doing that diagonal backflip there to make sure that he doesn't get too far out ahead of the ball. That was a well-handled ball by Zamway, who has been such a nuisance for TrainHard. If you watch what he's been doing, Zamway will just rotate in unlikely situations and get that extra little tip that makes it tough for TrainHard to defend.
And he's done that for a long time on the Giants. But Cryptos, is he going to get this one across? He will. The long clear and follow-up from Cryptos ties up the game.
And another defensive play from Catalysm. Hits Cryptos on the run. That is how you do a counterattack.
That quick transition is brutal for the Giants. You could see even that last man from the Giants couldn't get back to the net in time. And maybe opportunity here for Cryptos. If enough boost, can he put it in? It will drop. And a 1-goal lead for TrainHard.
Oh, Cryptos, he powers through getting bumped. I don't know what his Fennec is made of. Then he gets the dunk, quickly turns. Cryptos with some heavy lifting.
Got the lead body paint on. Itachi wants to pick it up. Flip reset. Giants looking to answer back here in the final 20s. Amway has got Cryptos in front of him. And Cryptos wants to put it off the back wall. No one there to follow up. And TrainHard not going to overextend here in the final 10 seconds. Here comes Zamway. Doesn't get the touch. It's up to Itachi, but it's picked off by Econ. And they'll play it on net. Near post shot almost goes in for him. He wanted it all. And in 0 seconds, Cataclysm will drop it down. TrainHard gets one back to tie up the series.
TrainHard, you could tell from the ending of last game that these guys were bringing another level of play to the table. They did that again this game. Cryptos, really the MVP of this game, finding ways to get those goals. Catalysm, though, credit to him as well, making some big defensive stops, getting that pass out to Cryptos to tie things up. But then Cryptos, right on that kickoff, it is so important when you're a player that can be able to step up and make solo plays in those situations. Cryptos battling through the bump, gets the block, and then when you're low on boost, Corelli, it's very easy to mess up. You know, when you're in those low boost plays where you got to read a ball drop in hard off the ceiling, you got to time that pretty well. Cryptos made it look easy.
And I think TrainHard were very opportunistic here in this game, took advantage of Giants' mistakes. It took advantage of the opportunities in front of them, even if off that kickoff there to score their third goal. That was just great play from Catalysm to stay with the play, power through that bump, and put a shot on target with 18 boosts left in the tank off the kickoff. So for TrainHard, this series is shaping up to be a very good one here. They were a little shaky in the first one, got things figured out in the first game. Now in the second game, come out, and this is a very even match at this point.
It certainly is. It seems like this is one that could go either way if we continue to see this level of play, and there's no reason to expect anything different from either one of these teams.
We'll see how this game pans out in game 3. Zemwe tries to carry this one out for the Giants. Stake met by Catalysm. Zemwe, I suppose, gets the pass over to Itachi on his back wall, and it's a fine clear, but met by Econ. Now Econ wants to control. TrainHard knocking on the door first. Catalysm shot just a bit high. Cryptos wants to play it back to Econ. You can see TrainHard trying to keep possession, make sure that the Giants can't set anything up on the transition. Here's Catalysm. Big clear from him. TrainHard have thrived off those clears here in this game, those transitional plays to catch out the Giants. They've worked out for him. And here they are again in the corner, fighting for every inch. Stake trying to clear it away. He's met by Econ, and he can't get a second touch. So the first minute's come and gone, and it's been all TrainHard here so far with the possession.
But that huge win from Stake. Econ went all in, and he lost the pot. That was so good from Stake. He was so fast off that goal line.
And look at the demo from Zemwe. Doesn't even try to go for the ball, just takes out that last defender. And the Giants on the board first with that clear. Great heads-up play from Zemwe. And even after all that pressure from TrainHard, they weren't able to convert. They put up 4 shots so far in the first minute, and possibly going to make it a 5th. The big clear. Zemwe wanted Itachi, couldn't get to it. Econ there to try and meet Stake, and Econ has been hyper aggressive for this TrainHard team, being a nuisance for the Giants, especially in the midfield. Econ is always up for TrainHard to make sure there's a player to contest the Giants.
And the idea was there for Econ. He saw that he had space, was able to take it, but that shot was too weak.
This one off the back wall. TrainHard have really backed up the Giants in this game. Giants have struggled to break out from their end with possession. It's been very few times that they've been able to do so. Hachi trying to do just that. Gets over one, but couldn't get by Catalysm.
And this has been an interesting game, Corelli. So much pressure and possession for TrainHard. But that one counterattack goal, you can see how many backboard bounces that TrainHard's been able to have come their way.
Yeah.
Just can't find that final shot.
Yeah, the backboard has been left oddly open on the Giants side, and even the back wall even. Just no follow-up from TrainHard. While they've had a lot of pressure, it does feel like a bit of a conservative effort. They're a lot more aggressive in the midfield than inside the box, and for good reason. That counterattack from the Giants is oh so dangerous. Catalysm wants to play this one across, does get the back wall, comes out to Econ. The shot is there, but it's weak. And a great dunk by Zemwe pushes the ball out for the Giants. Here's Zemwe. Giants trying to hang on to their 1-goal lead. So far, they have been able to. Not without the pressure from TrainHard. Here's Stake. Cryptos Wants to get by Itachi. Can he bump him out of the way? He does, and goes off the crossbar. Catalysm off the back wall, and players are just lobbing themselves on the Giants side to make sure this doesn't go in. That was a great individual effort, though.
I've never seen that before. I mean, I've seen the attempt for the unblockable shot. You go up, get the ball floating on target, and you get one bump. Like, Kryptos managed to get two.
There's Kryptos again. Oh, one of that back post shot. Didn't get power behind it, and it wasn't on target. Less than a minute to go, and the Giants hanging on to that 1-goal lead. But it's been a couple close calls as TrainHard have been knocking on the door. Here's Kryptos. Can he do it himself? Wants the back wall. Gonna try and dunk it past Amway. Catalysm's there. And Stake to challenge to make sure that one goes nowhere. And Econ shepherding Zamway into the corner. Make sure that it's not an easy ball for the Giants to follow up on.
Yeah, the Giants' goal line defense is what allowed them to really take advantage of this game. They have been stuck on their goal line quite a bit, and they've allowed the ball to bounce off the backboard, having faith that they'll be able to get in front of the shot and cut off the shooting lane. The only goal we saw was that quick counterattack goal. So time running out for TrainHard. And that's a good chance. The shot high.
Catalysm, he might be able to do it. Oh my goodness, Catalysm into the corner with 1 second left to tie up the game.
He has to get the dunk on the goal line. He goes low, and it barely goes in. That was as close as you can get. That was millimeters away from being crossbar out.
And you don't see that type of challenge go in or is won by the player that often to go past the defender. Usually that one just pinches away. But they get themselves in overtime.
Set up.
Here's Catalysm, wants to go over one, does get it. Stake, tough position. Catalysm by himself. 2 goals to win the game.
He hits the top left, now the top right with a massive dunk. Back-to-back dunks from Catalysm. In the matter of 7 seconds, that was unfathomable.
The amount of opportunity that TrainHard had in that game finally pays off. They were on the doorstep the entirety of that game. They had 11 shots here, and it took a dunk and a kickoff in overtime for TrainHard to come alive and put 2 quick goals away to win the game.
Catalysm, you know, that's like when you watch the replays and someone goes up for a layup, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone comes in and just beach ball slams it over their head. That is exactly what Catalysm did twice.
And just looking at the replay here, that second touch on the air dribble just over that second, or the first defender rather, was just enough to get him and send him on the trajectory for the dunk into the net. So great work from Catalysm, and a painful loss for the Giants. But the series not over. TrainHard up 2-1 now here in the series. And the Giants were able to hold on to that lead for quite a long time, but they did feel a lot of pressure from TrainHard. It finally collapsed.
And it collapsed literally in the final second. Catalysm, the dunk master, has now gotten his team the lead. See if TrainHard can finish out the upset here.
Stake over to Zamway. The Giants would love an early lead. That's great. Flip reset, gets by 2. Follow-ups there. Tachi puts it away. Perfect setup for the Giants.
And Giants finally having a good start. Zamway, the flip reset to get that extra oomph. Got it over the defense. Zamway, he's been the tip of the spear most of the time for this Giants team, and that time, a lovely flip reset pass.
Tachi there, of course, to follow things up. Great demo from Stake once more. Tried to get Catalysm as well. So a 1-goal lead for the Giants is absolutely what the doctor ordered, as they try now to build upon this lead and fight their way back into the series, but they'll have to go through Catalysm. Wants another dunk. Econ just wants to play it off the corner, receives his own pass. Kryptos can't get by Stake, comes out to Itachi. Here's another setup for the Giants, over to Zamway. Beats the first defender off the back wall, and no one there to follow up on the second touch. Great pop from Itachi, but not good enough past Econ. Steak can't get it in the midfield.
Uh-oh.
And this is dangerous now for Itachi. Catalysm was there.
And that was good defense, though, by Itachi. He had a good recovery. He knew that he didn't have the best hit. Still, enough boost to float in front of that ball to prevent any shot from coming in. But when you got Catalysm on the other team, I don't know how much you can rely on 50s.
Good shot from Steak. That transition, still scary for the Giants. Cryptos there off the back wall, and Zamway actually misses it. I don't think anyone expected it. Econ also finds the back wall. Cryptos tried to get the follow-up. Steak has to clear it off his own back wall, and a big clear from Zamway slows things down, or at least puts Giants back on offense. Here's Itachi. He can't get by Cryptos. Steak now tries his luck across the box, and met by Catalysm. Over one, Cryptos is there, and a great setup and transition for TrainHard.
Cryptos always ready for that outlet pass. Catalysm, that second tap was so crucial to the success of the play. You see, Catalysm has just enough boost to get that slight touch. Zamway flies by. Cryptos expecting it the whole time and put that one away.
So a tie game now. TrainHard earns their first goal. Steak, look at the air dribble up and over two. Catalysm barely staying with it. Zamway's there. Wow, look at the transition for the Giants. What a play from Steak.
This Steak air dribbling it downfield, gets the hard hit, and Zamway so speedy. And that's what you want to see from a player like Zamway. No fear, and he had none there. Was right in the spot he needed to be. And the Giants need this one, Corelli. This was getting out of hand there for a second. Very easy to let yourself get discouraged, especially after giving up the last game with 1 second left on the clock, then losing 7 seconds into overtime. Yeah. The Giants don't seem to be affected at all.
Well, they might get a third here. Steak trying to push it by, but you're right. I think a team's mental is mixed up a bit after losing a game like that. Very similar to, I think, what happened to maybe Top Blokes in their series, losing their game one as Liquid were able to steal it away in the final seconds. Catalysm wants to play it across. Minute 45 left here in game 4. Econ wants a big clear. Catalysm could follow up here. Steak plays it out. Cryptos gets beat. Very even game here, James, but some space for the Giants. Econ on the goal line does make the save.
It was a bit sketchy there on defense for the Giants. They had a double commit that put them out of position, but it's a great pass from Itachi to set up that boomer of a shot. The Giants going to have to be careful, though. We've seen how quickly it can turn. They've got a 1-goal lead, but in Rocket League, those 1-goal leads, Corelli, you can't rely on them.
The Giants certainly learned their lesson in the last game on that. Itachi pushes that one downfield. Itachi again. Steak can't follow up. He knew he was beat, so he retreats back to his own side. Big clear from Steak. He's done well by himself to push the ball out downfield and just keep the Giants on the attack, get that transitional game going. Here he is again. Gets by 1, can't get by 2. 30 seconds left now. Zamway and the Giants trying to hold on to their lead once again. A very similar story from the last game. TrainHard trying to fight back and close out the series. Here's Catalysm.
Ooh. Steak, if he gets behind that ball and hits it dead center, that's going to be a goal. Catalysm didn't make the read there. So still hope. TrainHard trying to do what they did last game, getting a last-second goal. We'll see if they can do it again.
Catalysm, it'll be up to him. 46 boost, couldn't catch up to it. And Giants will force a game 5. No late game heroics from Catalysm this time. And the Giants are happy to see themselves here after what transpired in the first few games.
And another hot start from the Giants. We saw them come out so aggressive. And they were able to get those goals and really take it to TrainHard. TrainHard, though, bounced right back. Their defense was holding up for the most part. A few mistakes. The Giants didn't punish that miss from Catalysm in those final moments, but still, they were able to hold on to this one. And it's going to 5 games yet again. The same exact thing happened last regional. TrainHard running up against Giants at this point in the tournament. and they fell in game 5. So we'll see if that same script plays out.
We'll see how the TrainHard respond. They've been playing from behind in a lot of these games, and that's fine when you make the comeback. But in a game like the last game where you sit behind for a lot of the game, you start to wonder, is that offense really going to convert? And the Giants did pick up that defense, even though they were a little shaky at times. It was a lot more consistent than in the last game, in game 3, excuse me. So for TrainHard, they've got to convert if they want to close out this series, because they do have the Giants backed up quite a bit. Here's a second touch opportunity. Oh. And just the slightest touch slows down Catalysm on that one.
That was going to be a double tap goal, and then Itachi was also bumped out of the back, or out of the back part of the goal. So TrainHard coming out swinging.
Catalysm again, another demo. Has a flip reset, wants to pop it over, couldn't do it. A lot of setups for Catalysm on the individual effort from the sidewalls here.
And that space coming up after physical plays, but Steak gets a bump of his own. We're seeing some brawling going on.
What a read from Zamway. He was up quick on that dunk. That's a tough one to read as fast as he did. Zamway, pass over to Steak and couldn't put it on target. Catalysm was in net. Those quick passes from the Giants are such dangerous chances for them. Here's Itachi. Wants to carry it himself. The ball control from Itachi as he gives it up in the end on the corner, but it was a great dribble into the box. It didn't have anything left in the tank. Econ in the midfield. Picked up by Kryptos. Now Itachi and Steak. Steak does take it in the end, but that was 2 from the Giants.
Double commit. This could be bad. You saw that double commit force them out of position. The Giants struggling to get back in rotation, get boost. Maybe this will be a chance. Steak does get a boomer of a clear, but Econ's going to send it right back.
Great touch from Kryptos. Tachi, can he catch up to it? Catalysm cleans it up. That was a demo from Zamway. Here's Steak, dribbled across. Tachi can't keep a hold of it in the corner. And I have a feeling, James, this game might stay tied for a very long time. It was very tight last couple games. But maybe I could be mistaken here as Steak has a shot and it's turned away by Econ. Zamway wants to pass over to Steak. Oh my goodness, it comes back out. TrainHard does well to track this ball, but still, with all the pressure that the Giants have had, they've mustered up 3 shots, which is fine. But you feel like they should have had more with the amount of possession they've had in the final third.
Yeah, it's been such a brawl, though, for possession, Corelli. Both these teams playing conservatively, not wanting to make any mistakes.
Oh, they got the bump.
The bump comes out. It's been an aggressive game, and that aggression finally pays off for the Giants.
Yeah, great bump here from Zamway. Steals the corner boost, then sees his team get possession and immediately goes for Econ. And once again, he's the man downfield to bump the last man out of the way for TrainHard. And for the Giants, a 1-goal lead.
And that is something that is so effective on so many teams. You see players like Virtuoso, players not afraid to get physical, stay upfield, do those little half rotations, and just wreak havoc. Zamway, same type of player.
Coming up on a 1.5 minutes left. Only 2 shots for TrainHard here in this game. Not generating the same type of offense that they've had in previous games. Oh, that's a poor touch from Zamway. Comes right back out. Kryptos is there. Has to make the save on the goal line. Zamway does so. Is it over? No, it's not. Econ diving as Itachi cuts it out for Giants. Another ball lobbed towards the back wall. Kryptos once over one. Zamway still on that back wall waiting for the pop. Catalysm trying to keep this attack alive. Coming up on a minute left now for TrainHard as that one slowly bounces away. Kryptos still fighting for it. Catalysm gets it past one. Itachi's there on the back wall. This is good pressure from TrainHard, but they need a solid chance on target, as it's never really been on frame here for TrainHard.
And the pass just needed to be more accurate. There was a situation where Econ had Cryptos with space in front of net. That pass needed to come out more in front of the net, but it was too close to the defense and resulted in being a clear. If he gets that ball out to Cryptos, Cryptos is scoring. So the possession is there from TrainHard, but they need to hit that last infield pass.
See if they can do it here in the final 20 seconds. Cryptos wants to bring it down. Cataclysm gets a piece of steak. This ball just bouncing across. That's a good pass. Nobody there for TrainHard to get a piece of it. 10 seconds now. They just need one in TrainHard to find overtime, but it's Itachi looking for the back wall. Dangerous here. Second touch will float to the other side, and that one will drop down. I thought Cryptos would keep it up. Giants are going to come out on top in 5.
And the Giants do it again. They took down TrainHard in 5 games last regional, and now they take a pair. So they managed to beat them again. TrainHard, they did match up well against the Giants. This was a very close series, and TrainHard looked like a really good team. Unfortunately for them, they lose in Game 5 again. And last regional, they ended up going out the very next series to Rix.GG. So this, we'll see. We're going to have to keep our eye on TrainHard, because if they play like this, it really does feel like they can hang with the best.
Yeah, and you know what Chief said on the desk? He said, I think this match is going to be a little bit closer than you might suspect statistically. Then you go out and see the gameplay and you see what TrainHard really brings to the table, and they are certainly a very strong team. All 3 of those players bring something to the table to make that TrainHard eSports team a solid squad, and taking Giants to Game 5 a couple of times is no small feat. So we will see what they can do in the loser side of the bracket. For the Giants, they move on, but we got a few more games left in the day. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be right back.